Today we're taking a look at these NCAAF matches, which are happening on Friday, September 2nd, 2022, and giving you our match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Virginia Tech vs Old Dominion. The line here keeps shrinking the closer we get to game time. That's because Vegas is realizing that the smart money is on Old Dominion here. The Hokies may be fine as the season goes on, but in this opening matchup, they are primed for the upset. Old Dominion is going to be sneaky good. They have 17 starters back from last year, including their leading quarterbacks, rushers and receivers, and its offensive line. Virginia Tech is a jumble of question marks with a new quarterback, the top 2 running backs out are questionable, and a new crop of receivers. Old Dominion beat Virginia Tech just a couple of years ago, so they know they can get the W. And they are home, another advantage. Also, Virginia Tech is 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 non-conference games. Take Old Dominion getting the points. Our team pick is Old Dominion plus 7.5 points. And I am leaning towards the over in this game, as I look for Old Dominion to have a lot of success running the ball. The team scored at least 47 points in 2 of their last 4 games of the regular season last year behind Watson, who rushed for over 100 yards in 6 of the last 7 games. The Hokies are really banged up in the backfield and have a young WR core. However, I look for Grant Wells, who passed for over 3,500 yards last season, to play well and for Tech to move the ball. Both teams lost some key defenders, especially Virginia Tech, and each D will have growing pains in this game. While this game may not be a huge shootout, it will be far from a defensive game, which is why the over is the pick. Our total pick is over 48.5 points. Western Michigan vs Michigan State. The opener on Friday is a great opportunity for Michigan State to prove that last year wasn't an anomaly, and given the strength of what they have coming back, combined with an influx of talent from the transfer portal, they won't have any issues. Last year showed their ability to control the game in the trenches, and despite losing Walker, will have the ability to control possession again in this one. Adding in the talent between their quarterback room and wide receiver core, moving the ball won't be an issue for this group. Michigan State's running game was the talk of the Big Ten last season, with Kenneth Walker at the helm, but the passing game could see massive improvements given the friendly faces that they return in that facet of things. It's expected to be slightly more of a running game by the committee in this one, though either way they'll be expected to dominate the line, and therefore the possession game as well. Jayden Reed should be unstoppable on the outside, not just in this one but across the course of the season. Their ability to move the ball should prove to be too much for the Broncos to keep up with consistently. On the other side, the instability at quarterback for the Broncos is a definite concern, and Michigan State should be able to expose that and take advantage. Additionally, according to Covers.com, Western Michigan has gone 0-4 at TS in their last 4 Friday games and 0-4 at TS in their last 4 games against Big Ten opponents. For the Spartans, they are also 4-0-1 at TS in their last 5 non-conference games. Our team pick is Michigan State minus 22 points. Lots of folks have talked about week 1 of the college football season being a preseason. Lots of procedural penalties, missed blocking assignments, and extended position battles with live reps against an inferior opponent. Needless to say, this will be a sloppy football game. An 8-5 season and a bowl win for the Broncos that had their signature road win over the eventual ACC champion, Pittsburgh. They brought 15 of 22 starters back but lost their star QB, Caleb Ellaby. The smaller and mobile back at Jack Salopek, big pocket passer Marian Rabowski, and Alabama transfer Stone Hollenbach are contenders to replace Ellaby. However, WMU will be hard-pressed to replace the level of production that led to the Broncos finishing 2021 with the 12th best total offense in the country. They bring back an offensive line unit that was spectacular through a MAC campaign when you consider the high sack count could be attributed to Ellaby trying to make plays out of the pocket. Working out the kinks, good defenses, and early season sportsmanship could prove to see the total score stay under the line of 54. Temple vs Duke. Both teams are going to take some time to bond under their new head coaches. However, Temple has a much better defense than what Duke should produce, especially early in the season. Plus, the running back combination they have in Hubbard and Norwood should help them to push the ball on the ground and have success against the suspect Blue Devils defense. It was believed that Rod Carey was the answer when he was hired 3 seasons ago, but that did not prove to be the case after going 4-15 over the last 2 seasons. Now the club turns to Stan Drayton, hoping he can find the formula that turns this team around. This is his first opportunity as a head coach, but he has proven to be an exceptional assistant. Elko has his work cut out for him. The Blue Devils were last in D1 football in defense, allowing 518 yards and 40 points per game. He will implement a 4-2-5 system, using only 2 linebackers, which may be necessary as Shaka Hayward and Dorian Mossy are the only ones ready to step up into this new scheme. On the line, Gary Smith comes in from UCLA with a lot of size and talent. He will join Dwayne Carter in what should be the strength of this defense. The Duke offense was not terrible last season, averaging 418 yards per game. The problem was that they simply could not score as the Blue Devils produced 119 points, less than 10 per game. Unfortunately, the 2 best skilled players, quarterback Gunnar Holmberg and wide receiver Jake Bobo, both left via the transfer portal, so this offense may take 5 weeks to develop some type of rhythm. At this point, no one can expect much out of this Duke offense. The offensive line is still looking to gel, and many of the skilled players do not have a lot of playing time experience. Duke is favored by 7 in this contest, but they are not even going to win this game. Our team pick is Temple Owls at +7 points. The Owls averaged 16.5 points per game last season and scored more than 14 points 3 times in 12 games. With the team playing so badly last season, they have nowhere to go but up, but it won't happen in their first game. Even though the Blue Jackets struggled against the pass last season, they won't be tested by Mathis, who threw for over 200 yards twice in 7 games, so don't expect the Owls to score more than 20 points in this game. The Owls didn't have a lot of success under Rod Carey, going 12-18 in 3 seasons. They struggled particularly on the road and have only 1 road win over the past 2 seasons. With Stan Drayton in charge, they will try to turn things around, starting with a road win over the Blue Devils. Temple was one of the worst offensive teams in the country last season, averaging 16.5 points per game. They threw for 177.9 yards and ran for 108.9 yards per game. Dwan Mathis completed 59.5% of his passes for 1,223 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. Edward Sadie led the team with 321 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, while Randall Jones led the team with 476 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. They added depth at the running back position by bringing in Darvin Hubbard and Jakari Norwood, but they lost 2 of their leading receivers and 2 starters on the offensive line, so it will take a while before they improve offensively. The Blue Devils weren't a high-scoring team last season, but they did a good job moving the ball and had the 48th best run average in the country last season. With Mike Elko in his first season on the job, our total pick is under 51.5 points.